Closer inspection, it was a secret door. "That's strange," whispered Chan. Heart beating fast, they pushed through and shone their lights. A dark tunnel was before them, and another door at the other end. Curiosity at the oddities of this house had got the better of them now, and they pressed on, needing to know where it led. As they pushed through the door, they were in a tiny room, or so it seemed. They pushed the doors 2.5 feet in front of them, and they opened, revealing another bedroom. The same bedroom they'd just left. They looked back to see the tunnel and the bedroom beyond. They proceeded on to find the same dinette and small bathroom, but these were fully furnished. They could hear noises upstairs. They proceeded upstairs, hearing music grow louder with each step. As they pulled open the door, they discovered the same house they had just been in, except fully furnished. Music is being played from a record player in the corner, and an elderly couple were dancing together. They looked at each other, completely perplexed, stepped forwards and cleared their throats, but the old couple didn't notice them. They looked ancient, but just keep dancing. They went upstairs hoping to find a clue as to what was going on. The upstairs, like the downstairs, was fully furnished. But when they looked out the back bedrooms, the window didn't lead to a rear garden. They walked closer and they saw the house. Literally, the bedroom of the house was on the other side of the window. They tried to open the window, but it wouldn't budge. They banged on it, or at least they tried. It wasn't a window. It wasn't glass. It appeared to be like a clear barrier, but this didn't make sense. Why couldn't they see the house? What's going on? They ran down the stairs and into the room where the old people were still dancing. They tried again to get their attention, but they carried on dancing. Then, from behind, they heard laughing, cruel, evil laughing. They slowly turned to see a tall, slender man in a suit with impeccable facial hair and red eyes stood before them. The smiling man clapped and laughed once more. Speechless, they turned and ran down the stairs to the dinette, where sat in the chair was the man. Only this time, his face was flushed. Still laughing, he raised his eyebrows in an expectant kind of expression. They rushed through to the bedroom and ran into the wardrobe, only to bounce off the clear barrier and fall out of the wardrobe. The slender man walked through the door, hands clasped together, smiling. He looked at them and said,
"Well?"
They ran past him, back up the stairs, hearts pounding with pure terror, panicking, mind becoming cloudy. They ran to the front door, but it wouldn't move. Behind them they heard the laughing man once more, face redder still. They ran to the kitchen, but there was no door. They looked and saw a couple in the old house. They looked back, and the laughing man stood in the doorway, face ruby red, curled horns, laughing behind them. In a voice much deeper than humanly possible, he bellows.
Think about what you've seen.
In a flash, the thoughts of all the details came flooding back. The house being locked, and then not. The face in the dirty window that couldn't be seen through. The plans they made. This house, the furniture, the decor, their plans. They ran past the man back to the room where the old couple were dancing. But they were gone. Their faces came back to Sian, imprinted in her mind. The music started again as David took her hand and put his arm around her. She wrapped her arm around him as it came to her. They were the dancing old people, laughing and walking through with his full form on show.
Welcome to your forever home.
He laughed as they danced, eyes locked on each other, tears flowing, unable to move, but set to keep dancing as the cruel laughter echoed around them.